Welcome back, bitches. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
It's
good to be back in the stew.
We're in the stew.
We're in the stew.
Also, I need to be really good about looking at the lens and not the viewfinder.
Mm-hmm. I do that too.
Yeah, it's like the worst habit.
Just look right into their eyes.
Anyways, we're in the stew.
It's just you in the booth.
It's just you in the booth. Yeah.
Goblin mode! Goblin mode!
Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Goblin Mode. I'm your host, Cheeky, and today I have a very special guest in the studio. I'd like to welcome back a fan favorite, an old co-host of mine who's been a rolling stone collecting no moss throughout Oregon.
Oh my god.
We have Narsil Doom in the stew. Let's go.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I had no clue that I was a fan favorite.
Girl,
wow.
I think I honestly was a little bit scared to reboot with just me as the host because I was like, people want to see you.
You've got talent. You're a complete package. You serve
I agree.
charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. So you should never be scared.
I agree with you.
Good.
So, you know, I got the...
So why were you scared?
I guess I lied. I guess I'm a liar.
I guess I lied.
Shocker.
I'm happy to be back on this podcast. It's going to be a good time. I'm really
be good.
excited about what you have to offer your viewers and the world, potential viewers as well.
Guys, for anyone who isn't aware, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that like and subscribe.
Smash it.
Smash that like button.
Hit the little bell so you're always notified whenever a new video goes up.
Get the notifs on. For anyone who doesn't know, this is my husband, Narsil Doom. Obviously, that is not his legal name. He wishes that it was.
Yeah.
We've been together for a decade.
My legal name is Double Meat.
That's also a lie. But yeah, we've been together for a decade. It's been a beautiful ride.
Yeah.
I think I've always been like against marriage until I found the right person. So
oh my God.
I think, but at the same time, I don't think that being married has any benefits as far as like legally. Like I think a lot of people have the idea that if you get married, it like helps you on your taxes and stuff. And I think it absolutely does not, unless you're maybe like super wealthy.
Yeah.
Because for us, I think if anything, it has been bad. It's made it worse.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're married and
we
poor?
We should split.
We should divorce.
We should divorce, but stay together.
Yeah, like the hippies do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just file separately.
I mean, your taxes wouldn't get so fucked if mine weren't on them. It'll be like, oh, you're getting back a couple grand, and then I add my taxes, and it's like, you owe a couple grand.
And
I'm like,
how does that happen? How does it happen?
Anywho, Nars is back. Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
I miss doing the podcast with you, but I also enjoy having the freedom to do I
love seeing your podcast. I love that you're doing it again. It's great.
Me too.
It's so good.
Also, I'd like to thank you. I appreciate that. And I'd also like to apologize to everyone for the last video being 50% blurry. I know I said during it, I was like, you know what? If this is blurry, just know I'm going to lose my mind. I already just expected it to be blurry because this camera is my biggest op. Every piece of technology is my biggest op.
God. To be fair, the camera was probably crying because you were back to podcasting. So it's not necessarily...
Because I'm working her so hard.
Well, no, because it's happy to see you back.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I'll keep you 50%
something
focused.
that you enjoy doing.
I gotta keep you humble a little bit.
Yeah.
And she's also like, you're dumb as fuck.
It's homemade. That's how you know. It's like, you know.
Yeah, we don't have any...
This is grassroots.
Yeah, this is a grassroots podcast. There's no big pharma,
down with big podcast,
big
honestly.
Liquid Death, supporting, which Liquid Death, if you're looking for someone new to sponsor that's maybe a little smaller,
a little grassroots,
a little less popular, hit us up. Dude, speaking of, I'm sure everybody has seen this, especially if you're like on Twitter.
Talking about the lawsuit?
Yeah, so they had one called, so for anyone who doesn't know, Liquid Death is a carbonated water like company, but they put their drinks in like tall boy cans. So like people who don't drink can like drink one of those at a bar or like at a get together and like not feel pressured to drink a beer, I guess. Like that's kind of what their like MO was. But they put out a new flavor. It was like Arnold Palmer flavored, but they called it Armless Palmer. And the Arnold Palmer estate was like sued them or like served them papers, and so they changed the name to Dead Billionaire.
Yeah, that's
literally
fucking crazy.
And I was like, I love that so much.
Honestly.
Like it made me want to go out and buy a case.
Yeah,
so they're doing the right thing.
I want to try Dead Billionaire.
And I love Arnold Palmer's. Yeah. Not the guy, but the drink.
Since you mentioned his name, you will be sued, and this video will be. You'll get a DMCA strike, and then
I'll say I was talking about my imaginary friend.
I said Palmer.
Palmer. I was talking Arnold Palmer.
I was talking about Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
Learn how to listen good.
Be sure to give that a little glance every once in a while. Make sure you don't have to be paranoid about it like I am.
Oh, that it's recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
grassroots.
Grassroots. We need like a third person to be like our studio person that's like always got an eye on everything.
Mm-hmm. Checking the levels.
Which maybe we will one day. If this blows up, which it should.
Just have Cheddar do it.
Yeah, right.
He's like sitting there with a headset. Pause on like a mixing board.
He would purposefully make it stop working and be like, sorry, because he like was praying for my downfall. He's another one of my ops.
You didn't give me a treat.
And look, I rep his breed.
Dude,
I rep his people.
You are repping the set.
That's the thanks I get.
Yeah.
Golly. I have a list going on that we're going to talk about today, but is there anything you have to add to that? The Arnold Palmer discussion?
No, I just think that's so fucking funny. I think it's so fucking funny. And if anything, it's just good publicity for Liquid Death. So they thought that they were gonna like take him for everything that they were, and they're like, no, we'll just change it to Dead fucking Billionaire because that's what he is. You dummy.
Yeah.
I mean, and that made me more interested in Liquid Death. No offense. Liquid Death, not saying that you're...
I mean, I've had one before.
Yeah, it's just good like stuff.
Sparkling water, I love a good sparkling water. There's no issues with it. Guys, sorry about that. I had to the autofocus. So I watched a YouTube video. I watched 3 YouTube videos actually from professionals. See, you're still not focused. I don't know
it's fine. It's fine.
It's gonna be annoying as fuck.
I'm not the star here. You are.
Well, it switches to whoever's talking, but
that's smart.
I did not set it that way. I literally followed every single, and I did this before. That's why I literally have
Maybe we should just always talk at the same time, and then it focuses on both of us at the same time throughout the entire podcast. Yeah, we should. What if that really what if it really does keep it focused? It's like that's the only segment where we're both in focus at the same time.
Okay, so we're gonna start with something that we saw on TikTok that made us bust out laughing was people's how they train people at Waffle House.
That is the most fucked up shit I have ever seen, like in a work like training video. That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, because it was like it was like a shot from like an aerial shot of like plates and stuff.
Yeah, and they call it like the Waffle House like marking system.
It was like a training guide for
and it was like if you see a jelly packet at the bottom of the plate, that means that they want
their toast done.
They want
and it was like,
if you see a butter packet with 3 chocolate chips on it, that means that they want chocolate chips on their waffles.
No, it was like, I need to put it here.
It's so fucking crazy.
Here, I'm gonna enter the video here.
Simply mark a regular waffle and place a few pieces of chocolate chip on top of the marker. Sometimes a customer wants their waffle light or dark, so we need to mark them accordingly. We mark the light and the dark waffles the same way we mark the light or well-scrambled eggs, using an upside-down mayo pack for light and a right-side-up mayo pack for dark. Looking at the pack may help you remember which is light and which is dark.
it was like, if you see a mayonnaise packet face down on top of a jelly,
it means they want their eggs sunny side up.
And I was
and
like,
if you want it face up, they want their eggs scrambled.
I was like, I would not last a day working for Waffle House. I'm like, no wonder they're beating each other's asses because they're.
Do they not have like tickets? That would tell you everything that you need for an order.
That's what we were like. We were like, well, why don't they just put a ticket like under the plate or something? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like they're making these poor people's lives harder.
It is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Like, we've worked in fine dining, and that seems harder than fine dining.
Whoever is doing the training program for Waffle House is smoking crack, and I hope they watch this video. At the Waffle House.
If you're watching this, fuck you.
Head of training at Waffle House, what's going on? What are you doing?
Girl, what is you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Print the tickets.
Print the fucking tickets.
So the cooks can see what it is that they actually have to make instead of doing a fucking mental obstacle course every time they look at a plate. Because me, if I was a line cook and I saw that dumb shit and I saw a fucking butter packet, a jelly packet face down, a mayo packet face up, and then 3 chocolate chips dangling on the side of the plate, I wouldn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do.
And if you bump, like, that's the thing is if you bump the plate and the chocolate chips go rolling... the order's gonna get fucked.
Yep, fucked. Absolutely. Crazy.
God. Can you say, I want you to say, baked in a buttery flaky crust.
Baked in a buttery flaky crust.
Say it again.
Baked in a buttery flaky crust.
Baked in a buttery flaky crust.
Baked in a buttery flaky crust. Are you talking about that commercial with the old people?
Yeah, but people on TikTok keep telling like their friends and family to do it, and they always fuck it up. It's like older people though.
Baked in a buttery flaky crust.
Okay, let's see. Also, I wanted to go ahead and say, give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, and the sponsor is me. Cheeky Goblin.
Oh my god. Thanks so much, Cheeky Goblin.
Cheeky Goblin runs an art Etsy and just art sales in general. Please consider buying art from them for...
Is there anywhere that you can purchase Cheeky's art?
On Etsy, on Instagram. You can DM me if you see something you like.
My god.
DM me.
Okay.
I might even give you a sick deal if I'm desperate enough to sell.
Oh my gosh. That's quite a few avenues to purchase Cheeky's art.
Right, one of a kind.
Wow.
I think it's a great Christmas gift because I don't know, I just think giving someone one of a kind art is a special thing.
I think I think Cheeky's got
me
some hand painted Christmas tree ornaments as well.
I do. I have a lot. So if you want those to be on your tree, you better get to ordering because
shout out again to Cheeky Goblin for sponsoring this podcast.
Thank you, Cheeky Goblin.
Wow. What you got?
Do you have anything, or did you just bring...
I just brought what you told me to bring.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so something...
This is your cast, homie. I'm just here for the ride.
Well, I wanna get something serious out of the way because...
Okay.
And not out of the way as in, like, let's sweep it under the rug and be done with it, but in, like, it needs to be said. And I want to, right here and now... Here and now.
Right here. Right now. Right here.
That's not where my mind went. Because I want to go ahead while we're still a young channel. While I'm still a young channel, I want to go ahead and get people. If you don't agree with this, go ahead and unfollow, unsub, find somewhere else to go. Because right now there is an actual genocide of people happening. There is an ethnic cleansing happening overseas. Israel is quite literally destroying Palestine and leveling the whole area of Gaza. It's horrific. They are literally blowing up like every building and displacing millions of people. And I think the mainstream media doesn't want to show you that because I don't know why, and I'm not going to get into it because there's a lot of theories and there's a lot of actual truths. But, and I want to say this now, being pro-Gaza and pro-Palestine does not make you anti-Semitic. It does not. There's no... I believe in not killing people, and I don't give a fuck, but all of this is pretty much rooted in religion, which, you know, is a plague to society of humans, to humans and society, I mean, and has been for thousands of years. So I just want to say, I think that if you are not aware of what's happening in Gaza, and you might have heard like buzzwords like Hamas or, you know, terrorists or blah, 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 like we've been told our whole lives, please educate yourself. Please educate yourself and know that that's not the truth. Israel is quite literally wiping these people off the face of the planet to take their land. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I stand with Palestine.
There is nothing good about killing
innocent
civilians indiscriminately.
Literally.
In the name of eradicating terrorism.
Yeah, it's like...
That is terrorism.
Yeah, it is. And someone made a good point online. They were like, well, if there's like a handful of terrorists, you wouldn't, like, I think their example was like, if there was a school shooter, you wouldn't blow up the entire school to eradicate the school shooter.
Right.
It's like, duh. Like, that's just like, obviously. And that's like what they're doing is like, oh, like we're trying to get Hamas. It's like, okay, so we blew up the entire block of buildings. It's like you literally wiped out 10,000 individuals just from that. Like, I don't know. It's a lot, and I know that that's heavy, but I know a lot of people are scared to talk about their stance on it because they don't want to come off a certain way. And I personally don't give a fuck what people think about me. And I know that I have a good heart, and I know that I am here for my fellow human beings. And I don't want them to die, and I think that it makes me want to cry and has made me cry almost on a daily basis, seeing all of the footage from the news people that are risking their lives behind the lines and behind, you know, going into the war. Yeah. And I think that it would be a disservice to their, you know, what they're doing to not mention it. So
well, and you know, half the population of Palestine is children.
Yeah, there's been countless amount of children. The buzzwords and the headline that drives me insane is like Hamas is beheading babies. It's like that is all like Israeli propaganda. Like there's so much. It's like I don't doubt that they have beheaded a baby or a handful of babies, but it's like Israel just killed fucking a million babies.
Israel is burying babies
children.
In rubble, in the rubble of demolished buildings.
Make it make sense. Like, you can't just see these headlines and be like, oh my God, like, that's crazy. Like, educate yourselves, okay? Understand that all these media outlets are owned by pretty much all the same people and, like, the powerful elites of the world, and not to be, like, too, like, woo-woo about it, but it's like, understand that there is more to it always, usually always. So educate yourself and let's move on.
Preach.
So something that I saw on TikTok that was like really struck a chord with me was sorry, I had a burp. It was talking about how millennials and Gen Zs don't have like third places now.
Yeah.
And I had thought about that, I guess, but I hadn't really thought about it. Like, yeah. And I kind of reflected on it earlier. I was like, wow, like we really don't have like third places
it's
now.
Because everything here is business oriented. So like,
well, it's expensive too. Right. Like this guy's point that he made was like,
the thing is like, I think I saw the same videos like pubs and I could be talking out of my ass here, but from what this person was saying is like most pubs in like local communities in the like all across the United Kingdom, the drink there is very affordable because
he was saying that you can get like a beer for like
$3 or something like that.
Like literally so cheap, and it's like everyone knows that they can go to their local like bar or restaurant or like coffee shop or park or whatever to like have communal hangouts with like the people that live around you. But it's like now, I guess with inflation, everything is so expensive. Like you can't go to a bar and not spend like, you know, $8 to $12 on a single drink, like including tip. And it's like if you're only wanting to hang out for like one drink, if you can only afford one drink and you can only hang out for one drink, that's like 30 to an hour of like a hangout. I don't know. And so that's why what I saw was,
it's not, you know, I would never kick anyone out of the establishment where I work, but a lot of we've been trained to view like customers that walk in, like we have regulars and stuff, but we're all about like getting them out of the building so we can get new customers into the building because we need to make money.
Well, yeah, I think that's like kind of standard, but it's also like capitalism 101. It's like you're trying to keep the revolving door going for business. But I think that this woman was like, yeah, that's why people are starting to spend more time in libraries because libraries, in parks. But they were that specific guy was talking about how in parks in America, the benches are really uncomfortable because they're trying to keep homeless people from, God forbid, sleeping on a park bench overnight. And it's or skateboarding on the fucking, you know. And it's like, so people don't really want to go to parks because there's not any like comfortable seating, I guess, which we go to the park and sit on a blanket usually. Like I'm not looking for a park bench usually, but if they had like communal seating,
they have like picnic tables at our park, I think.
I mean, I definitely, if people were wanting to hang out with me, I would be like, like let's meet up at a park. Like that's usually where I would want to go. Because obviously in a library you can't talk very loud. So, but like
you get a room.
Well, that's true, but even then you can't be too loud.
I want to get a room just to like watch, like have like a projector. Just to watch porn.
They look through the glass. They're like, what the fuck?
Just a quick jerk sesh at my local library.
That's public indecency.
No, I would have the curtains drawn. I'd have the blinds pulled down.
I don't think. Do they have blinds?
I don't know. We should have the frosted glass button where it goes and it gives you the privacy.
Those are really cool, but I feel like that's not really in the budget. They'd raise taxes.
I mean,
too much.
Is it that expensive? I don't know.
I don't know. Probably not. But you know, I don't know. But it made a lot of sense to me because recently, whenever I was working on my book, that I'm really glacially paced writing.
You like George R. Martin?
I am. I'm just like him. I'm fat and ugly. I'm just kidding. That's so fucked up.
You said that, not me.
He's handsome.
Yeah.
Love you, Georgie.
Finish the books, though. Come on,
Georgie. I was gonna say I was going to the library when I was writing on my laptop because it was like a way to get out of the house.
And the library's sick.
I mean, especially if you have a nice library, you know, like there's been places we've lived where the libraries are kind of doo-doo. But like this one's brand new. Nice. Well, not brand new, but it's like, you know, state of the art for a library. Like I walked in and it had like a thing where it was like a self-checkout for renting books. And I was like, I guess I haven't been in a newer library because none of them have that. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, why would you have somebody like doing all the work if everything can be like automated like that now? But to be fair, okay, I don't feel the same way about grocery stores.
What are you talking about? Like self-checkouts and stuff?
Yeah, but
the thing that fucks me up about grocery stores is since you have self-checkouts and you have less people employed to do the jobs that the self-checkout was doing, the groceries should be cheaper. They've only gotten more expensive.
Yeah, and that's like ridiculously I've said this before in like Discord at some point, but I think that's like the one thing that I'm like very boomery about is like I think if you're going to implement self-checkouts everywhere, that's totally fine. I actually always use self-checkout, but I think groceries should be more affordable. I think it should be less like strict, I guess. Like it only becomes stressful whenever you like accidentally like move something on the little platform and it's like something is in the bag.
Unexpected
something is
item in the bagging area. And I'm like, there's nothing here.
I'm like, I literally just bumped something, or which I understand people steal from that, and like, sure, do your thing, but like, I hate how like sensitive it is. It's like it's not smart enough to
fucking
be
snowflake ass self checkout. Fucking woke ass.
Goddamn libtards.
Fucking woke ass self checkout.
I was just saying like that's my issue is the sensitivity of it. It's like if y'all are gonna make this your main source of checking out at a busy grocery store, it needs to be wise enough to know that I did not set something in the thing, or that I did not like take something out, or whatever. So I hate whenever it like beeps at me and embarrasses me. And then my main complaint is that, at least here in Oregon, I feel like it's an Oregon thing, they either don't have bags at all, which I know everyone's like, well, why don't you bring your own bags? I'm like, I do. Usually I'll have at least a couple bags on me, but I always need like a third or a fourth bag. And I'm like, okay, like I'll grab these paper bags. Number one, it's a fucking paper bag. It's not like the nice like plastic bags, which obviously that shouldn't even be an option, because I'm like, we're trying to cut down on emissions. Come on, people.
Paper, plastic.
Paper, plastic. It should be all paper. But I'm like, if you're going to make me bag my own fucking groceries, make the bag free.
Yeah.
Like that's the one trade-off. Like I don't even expect y'all to make the groceries cheaper, because I get the corporate greed, but I'm like, at least let me have fucking 20 cents worth of bags.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Like
They do the same thing for bags that they do with cans here. So like they have a can return.
They have a bag return?
No, that's what I'm saying that they should do.
Well, I think what they're wanting you to do is just bring back the bag you got before.
No, I bring it back and then I get the money back that I was charged for the bag.
Well, it's easier to just bring the bag back.
Say like I go on a massive grocery haul, right? And I get like 6 bags. That's 60 cents.
I love how that's a massive grocery haul to us.
Yeah, 6 bags. And then I'm like, that's $500. 2 days later, I'm like, man, you know what? I really could use like soda pop, or like, shit, I forgot toothpaste. I gotta go and grab toothpaste. So you go and get that one item. You bring back the bags that you had. You get your 60 cents back, and that goes towards the purchase of your toothpaste.
It's too much work, though. I think Americans are really lazy, and like we really value convenience.
I'm just saying
the bag shouldn't cost 10 cents or 20 cents, because if I'm fucking doing the labor of scanning and putting my groceries in,
you get a self-checkout discount.
That would be even more lit.
Right.
Like, come on now, y'all only have to hire one person for one checkout line that's like for people who want to buy cigarettes only, and then one person like manning the self-checkout. And all they're doing is just standing there on their phone, and then I'll like scan alcohol, and then the light is blinking for like 5 minutes, and I'm too shy to be like,
too shy, hush, hush, I. Kaja Goo Goo.
That's what that band is called. We learned that last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, the self-checkout people, they're either like really up your ass with like being like watching everything you scan and being like right away and like swiping their little card if you have something like Sudafed or alcohol, but like, or they're just like completely not there. And I think our generation is like really shy about being like, excuse me, versus our parents' generation is like, you lazy bitch, I need your help.
Could you quit playing Candy Crush on your phone for 30 seconds?
Even though that's what I do all evening. It's that's my one like boomer thing, is that I'm always like, I don't want to pay for bags. Also, one more tiny complaint. Our grocery store that we frequent the most switched from paper bags with handles to paper bags with no handles.
Yeah.
So now you gotta fucking like carry those hoes from the bottom, because since they cost 10 cents, I'm loading up the bags as much as I can so I use less bags. And they get too heavy, they rip.
Right.
They're too goddamn heavy, you gotta carry from the bottom.
Got a double bag, and then you gotta pay extra.
Hell no. Most of the time it's like...
That's what it is.
Most of the time it's like, how many bags did you use?
Down with big grocery bags. It's a scam.
Down with grocery stores. We should be farming our own
Down
food.
with big grocers.
If we had to farm our own food, I would look like...
That's what they're trying to do, dude. They get you to double bag.
I would look like what's his face from The Machinist.
Christian Bale? Holy shit.
Because I'd be like, I made 1 carrot.
I grew 1 Brussels sprout.
I would die.
I grew 1 baby corn.
Because we did try to grow our own vegetables before, and
the pests got it.
Well, I tried to save them by spraying neem oil on them before the pests got to them. And by the end of the harvest, we had 1 carrot that was about 2 inches in size, and a radish that was about 1 inch in size.
Yeah.
So
be proud.
I don't know if I'm proud. I think
Farmer.
that it's giving not farmer. It's giving.
Farmer.
I would just say we would be like
horticulture. That's horticulture.
It's giving 4-H.
It's giving 2nd grade.
Yeah, it's giving 2nd grade. I don't even know what compost is. I think
Who does?
You should know what compost is.
Who does?
I think that if we had to live off of our own
You know how I learned about compost? From Twilight. That's how I learned about compost.
He goes, a nice steaming cup of compost tea.
Drink it.
He's like, don't drink it. Don't drink it.
I'd let him give me his golden onion any day of the week.
Onion?
Onion.
And golden onion.
Golden onion.
He was kind of hot.
Yeah.
What was his name? Mr. Ramirez?
I don't know.
Wow, and I call myself a fan. I was going to say, I think we'd be like the people like in the Dust Bowl or whatever back in the day whenever like all the crops died.
Yeah, we'd be like Tom Joad.
Except I don't know, because if you grow potatoes, it would be easy, and I feel like, because they grow underground, so that's why like the potato famine, it's like the only thing that they could grow. Anywho, let's change gears. Where my
What you got?
Who is your ideal TV father since ours are absent?
Oh, shit. My ideal television father? Honestly, straight up, not a father, but Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He was pretty lit.
Uncle Phil was lit,
and you
dude.
get to live in a mansion. I was going to say the dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay, yeah. No, that's a good choice. Yeah.
Because it was like, he was like always really stressed. He kind of was like my real dad. Yeah. He's like very like stressed all the time, but like capable of being a good dad whenever he's in a good mood.
Uncle Phil's a good. I like your. What's his name in the show? Hal. His name Hal in Malcolm in the Middle.
I don't remember. I think so.
Yeah, he's great. One of my favorite episodes is whenever his wife is trying to lose weight and he keeps like sabotaging her because he thinks that she's beautiful just the way that she is, and he keeps like injecting butter into like her fat-free cookies and shit.
That's so funny. I love that. That's king shit.
It is king shit.
Well, I don't know, because if you were injecting butter into my food secretly, I'd be like, hopefully I would notice though. That would be fucking weird. Okay, we talked about third spaces.
Going back to third spaces though, and this is fucking bullshit, right? I worked at a quite large coffee chain.
It rhymes with Darfucks.
Yeah. And they like were big on like, this is the third space, and I'm like, bitch, y'all have mobile ordering and you've partnered with DoorDash.
Yeah, like nobody's coming in.
And most of the locations have drive-throughs. Like, y'all don't give a fuck about this third place shit. Y'all want to get these people in and out.
Right. Like
that's all you care about.
Y'all are so fake for that.
Yeah, third place schmurd place.
I heard people talk. I saw a comedian that I like talking about like doing a skit about a coffee shop, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I work over at the Muddy Cup." And I was like, oh my god, that's such a good like fake coffee shop name.
Cup, dude.
But it probably is a real.
Why are they muddy?
Because of the grounds.
Baristas be crapping in them cups.
They drink the shot and they're like, oh god, immediate poop.
Yeah.
Crap in the poop.
Yeah.
Crap in the poop.
Crap in the crap.
Poop. If you transformed into an inanimate object, what would you be and why?
Oh shit.
I'll go while you think.
Okay.
I think I would like to be a bidet.
Okay.
Because I'd get to look at people's cooters and asses and nutsacks and dongs. And blast their assholes with water and make them clean and happy.
Voyeurism. Love it.
What does that mean?
Means you like to watch. You like to look.
In like a sexual way?
Yeah.
I thought voyeurism was like being a spectator in general.
It's
like in sexual ways.
I think it's specifically sexual, right? At least that's what I've always interpreted it as.
Another term that I thought I knew but didn't was what is it? I just had it. An expeditionist.
Exhibitionist. So you like to do it like in public?
I thought exhibitionists were just people who liked attention. Point blank.
No, it's a sexual thing. And like 100%.
People who like go in public wearing like a bikini and
they're
like
in there. They want to be seen. They're like, yeah.
But I was like, oh my god! That's the thing is, I look up words all the time that I think I know. Like there was a word for the longest time. It wasn't.
You're like cat. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it meant.
I was really shocked to find out that it was a feline.
So you knew what feline was, but you didn't know not cats.
It was desecrated, I think, or harrowed. Because remember, I thought it meant like these harrowed halls. I thought that it meant that they were like
hallowed. You mean
hallowed? It was one of those three words, and I thought that it meant that a place was sacred. And you were like, no, it means that it's like haunted or like, or vice versa.
Hallowed means like something is like sacred, like it's
okay. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I thought that hallowed meant like it had been like haunted and like and desecrated.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, it means like holy and like like a.
Hallowed
place.
be thy name. Yeah. Hallowed halls.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, desecrated be thy name.
Don't desecrate my name. Don't desecrate on me.
Don't desecrate. Wait, is desecrate defecate?
Defecate is dookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. All these words are very similar.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Oh, I didn't get to pick my inanimate
object.
object.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do you even have an idea, or are you just gonna sit here in silence and think? Sorry.
I'd like to be, I'd like to be a chimney so Santa could go into me once a year. I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know what. That's a hard question. An aquarium so fish could swim around in me.
So you want something in you.
I mean...
That's what you're trying to say here. Damn.
I can be a home for fish.
You can be a homo. Because you want something up in your butthole.
Man, from the Gaza talk to the homo talk, this YouTube's gonna take this video down.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Well, they might shadow ban it because they don't want to free Palestine, but we'll see. I mean, my channel is fucking tiny anyways, so
we're gonna slip through the cracks.
We're gonna rise above.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna rise.
Yeah.
As I rise up. Okay, wait. Who do you think would play you in a biopic of your life?
God, somebody the other day said I looked like Steve Zahn, and I was like, how many drinks did I serve you? Are you fucked up right now? Steve Zahn? You think I look like Steve Zahn?
You kind of have the same vibe. Like, I feel like he could be your cousin. And you do kind of have like a higher pitched voice and like a more like zany way of talking the way he does.
Okay.
You're like zany.
You're the zany one.
Okay, so would you pick him or are you?
No, I'm just saying like that's just like I thought about that and because I was like, man, who would play me? I don't know.
Sean Astin.
Probably.
No, I don't know. I feel like it would be. You need someone like younger and hotter.
I think like maybe like Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Could play me.
Really tall, skinny.
Yeah, black hair,
huge nose.
Yeah. I think it fits.
It seems like a good fit.
Yeah. Maybe
and then Margot Robbie could play me.
That's not a bad fit, actually.
I will say, y'all don't fucking come for me in the comments and be like, yeah, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. Because I know y'all are always trying to humble me, but I've had 2 people tell me before that I remind them of Sydney Sweeney. And I was like, that is high praise.
That is high praise.
But I don't think we look alike.
I think Pedro Pascal would be like a pretty good match for me. I think we give off the same energy.
Yeah. Twins.
Yeah, definitely.
Daddy energy.
Definitely. I don't know. I think I'm so unique and just like I'm not cut from the same cloth as anyone in Hollywood. So I think that I'm just like, I don't think anybody could play me. I think they would have to cast me in the role. I don't think anybody looks like me.
Slay.
Honestly. Maybe Tom Holland.
Okay. I like it. I like that answer. Jacob
Elordi.
Stop. Is it Elordi or is it Elordi? I've always said Elordi, but now I'm like, is it Elordi? I
have no clue.
Who gives a fuck?
No clue.
Who gives a fuck about Holly Weird?
Yeah. Who? Oh, that fucking guy from Shameless. He's Cal Kestis because he's a ginger like me. He could play me.
Oh yeah, that's true. For me, I would say a young Toni Collette because we both have big teeth and kind of like a longer face, and I just love her so much.
Yeah.
And she's a great actress, so I think she'd be good at playing me, who I'm like very, charismatic, dramatic.
Yeah. Severely over the top. Yeah.
My pussy pops severely.
I don't know though, man. There's so many like A-list celebrities that come to mind. No.
He's like, actually, Brad Pitt,
George Clooney,
Matt Damon.
Actually, that's not a bad pick.
Matt Damon would be good, I think. Yeah, I feel like
that's not a bad pick.
If he had the same like hair and vibes as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still recording on that pod track?
Yeah, we're still going. We're at 53 minutes.
Something you really want to try, or you'd be sad, like if you died and you didn't get to do it. It can be literally anything small or big.
Something that I really wanted to try that I like would regret. I was about to say, guys.
Try guys. Someone told Nars and like the other like main guys in the community one time. He was like, have y'all ever tried guys?
He was like, I'm thinking about experimenting sexually, and he was like, we should all try guys.
Which like most of us are bisexual, so like we were just like, the guys were like, if it came to that, sure, but like I'm not like gonna go out and be like, you know what, I'm gonna try guys.
Right. Yeah. Something that so what was the question?
What would you want to try? Like if you died tomorrow and your ghost was like, damn, I really wish that I had blanked.
Mm-hmm. Skydiving.
You're lying.
No, I would 100% do it.
That's like on your list of things you want to do though?
Yeah, I would do it for sure.
Oh my god! If you went skydiving, the crazy thing is like
the way like gravity works. Like you hit terminal velocity at like you hit terminal velocity at like 500 feet. So like, girl, all I'm saying is the same. You would incur the same amount of damage falling off of a building than you would like falling
from the sky,
from the plane.
Which that to me doesn't make any sense because I'm like an asteroid or meteor.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one? It's an asteroid, but then when it enters the surface, it's a meteor.
It's a meteor, but whenever I don't fucking know. Yeah.
I thought the meteorite is.
It's a meteor.
Is the source of the light.
It's a meteor whenever it's.
If you know what that reference was, you get 50 gold points. Gold points? Gold stars?
Gold points. It's a meteor if it's moving through space, and then if it breaks the atmosphere of a planet, it's a meteorite. And I think an asteroid is just like
in space.
It's just in space, just like floating.
Well, you see those come through the atmosphere, and it's like it's moving fast as like fire, a tail of fire. Mm-hmm. It's like you think that that's going faster and faster and faster, mm-hmm. but I guess it's not. It hits a peak of speed, and then it just stays at that peak. Or is it only humans?
It's like
humans are just built different.
It's called like specific gravity or something like
terminal velocity.
Specific, like everything falls at like if you were to take like God damn it, I feel like a fucking moron right now.
You are.
But it's like, if you put like a bowling ball and a feather in a vacuum, like where there's no resistance.
Vacuum, though. There's no gravity in a vacuum, right?
There's no gravity.
It's pull it against me.
I don't know.
Oh
just
my god!
I fucking
sang that. I really did such a good job of singing that just now. Gravity.
Cheeky mayor.
Pulling against me.
John Goblin.
John Goblin, these nuts. Oh, okay. So
what would you do? What was the one thing that you would?
That's the thing is, I guess
there's so much, right?
A lot of my life goals are like rooted in things that I want to buy, like land and having a studio, which I know I'm beating a dead fucking horse about that.
But I really wish I had the chance to buy a Bugatti.
I know, I'm like, but I really would like to drive a Lamborghini off a cliff.
Damn.
Just kidding. I would like to. I don't know, like something in my life that I'm always like striving for is trying to learn how to do everything, like learn how to do all kinds of like, crafts and like mediums of art. So like, I guess it would be something like that. Like I would really like to. I don't know. There's nothing like specifically right now. Like maybe learn how to do like sculptures, like large scale sculptures.
Like marble?
Okay, not fucking marble. What am I, Squidward? William Fancy Son? Squilliam Fancy Son?
Oh my god.
No, it's Squidward for sure that does sculptures. But I really want to do like large scale like paper mache like sculptures and stuff. And that's another reason I want a studio, because then I'd have the space to do it.
Word.
But yeah, just things like that, and owning a studio in general. Like if I died without those, I would be very sad. I'd be bummed out. Yeah. But I like to think that when you die, your spirit doesn't give a fuck about, physical things like that.
Yeah, because you're dead.
Yeah, well, I think your spirit, your consciousness is like not thinking about that kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's dead.
But it was hypothetical, I have it on my list to say that we went to Nars's coworker's house for Thanksgiving, which shout out to Chris and to Yvonne for hosting Thanksgiving. It was a blast. It was small scale, and Yvonne is a chef. She's a trained chef, and so she made everything from scratch, and it was so incredible. I think Chris made the green bean casserole, so I want to give him cred for that.
Shout out to the GVC.
It was all so good. She even made fresh rolls from scratch. I was like, damn girl, you really put your whole bussy into this.
Yeah. Chef Fussy.
It was great, and we haven't had like a proper Thanksgiving in what feels like years, and so it was just really nice to have that like communal feel and be able to eat like really delicious food.
Yeah.
And I want to say I did get a little bit drunk, and I did smoke a cigarette. And I
forgot about that.
And I liked it.
I liked it.
That's the thing. Sorry, I have something in my eye. But that's the thing is like so if you know me, I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes from like the age of 16 to 21.
She used to sound like this. Hey, honey. What can I get you, sugar?
No, I luckily didn't. I mean, my voice is a little raspy now, but I don't know. But
your voice is lower than mine.
It is.
Oh my god. Chester.
It's me, Chester. But I think that I saw people going outside to smoke, and I was like, oh god, like I was like, maybe I should go too. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. And then I ended up going out there, and I was like, I'm just gonna have a couple drags, and I did. I only took 3 puffs. And I thought that I was gonna hate it and be like, ew, like I remember how much I hate it.
And you loved it.
I actually really enjoyed it, and I was like, but
well, she's secretly chain smoking.
That would be so funny. I will never pick up smoking again because I am really scared to get lung cancer, but I am gonna take puffs here and now. Here and now.
Oh my God, here and now.
I promise to love. I literally sang that in my other episode. What is wrong with me?
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. But yeah, I enjoyed the puffs. I'm only gonna puff every once in a blue moon.
I'm only gonna puff. I'm gonna go outside and have a puff.
I'm gonna have a little puff pass.
Hell yeah.
But I felt like I needed to come clean about that.
You're such a rebel.
I'm a rebel.
You're a dirty girl. You're a dirty girl.
What is your biggest pet peeve? Mine is whenever people don't have spatial awareness. Like in the grocery store.
Yeah, that's a big one, dude.
Like when people like walk in front of me and they don't even say like, "Oh, excuse me," or like they act like they don't even know you're there.
Yeah.
And that's like, I know people overuse like the term NPC, but it's like it really does give NPC vibes.
It's weird, man.
Because I'm like, you're literally like, I complain about this a lot. Back to the fucking grocery store. Grocery stores are my hell. They're my own personal hell. And people will just walk down the very center of the aisle with a full-size buggy and not even give a fuck if you're trying to get around them.
Yeah.
If they're walking so slow,
right.
You say, "Excuse me," they don't move. So you have to just be like, "Excuse me."
I don't encounter this often, but it does infuriate me because I don't walk outside all that often, if that makes sense to me. But whenever there's like 2 or 3 people, like a group of friends walking on the sidewalk, and there's another person coming the opposite way,
and they don't move. They're walking abreast.
Please get in single file line for 2 seconds so that person can pass.
Right. That it has to do with spatial awareness.
It makes me so mad.
It's like really old people and really young people that are like not aware of other people's feelings.
Space.
Yeah. I'm always like, I think it's because I'm, an empath and a millennial. Like I always am like worried about how I'm affecting others.
Yeah.
Like, and so I'll make myself uncomfortable to make you more comfortable.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It drives me insane. I had to bring that one up, but I'm glad yours kind of is like the same, vibe.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about, I wanted to have a segment talking about like the gap in human history, but I feel like that's like a whole episode of its own. But I don't know.
You mean like recorded history?
Yeah,
like,
recorded history.
Like the massive.
It makes me feel,
but there's just this massive era of humanity that isn't
that's not recorded.
It's like the massive majority of human history.
That's my Roman Empire.
That's crazy.
Is like about. How
Dude,
there's.
You know what I think about? You know what my Roman Empire is, and it's kind of in the same vein. Think about all of the recorded history we lost in the burning of Alexandria. Yeah, of the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah, I think about that a lot.
That is crazy.
It's like, which apparently, who did they say was responsible for that? Columbus.
No.
Wait, not Columbus. What's his name? He was Spanish, though, right?
Christopher Columbus. No, I think the burning of Alexandria was way earlier.
I know, but there was somebody who they think was responsible for it, and I think he was a Spaniard.
My God.
That's why I said Christopher Columbus, because I thought it, but that's not the same era.
I don't think. Let's fact check.
Yeah, like go on Google, type in.
Hey, Google.
Who was responsible? Who was responsible for 9/11?
Oh shit,
girl, you're having a hard time.
I am. I don't even know what I did.
But I'll talk while you find that. But basically, it just drives me crazy because I wish that I could time travel, to go back to these times when there's no recorded history. Because I'm like, what were they doing? Like, what were y'all fucking doing? What did they dress like? What did they eat? What kind of music did they make? And it just makes me feel uneasy because I feel like I don't know, you'll have to look into it.
They think that
it was Julius Caesar.
It was
and he wasn't Spaniard. He was
Roman.
Greek, right?
Roman.
Wait, Roman and Greek are different?
Yes.
But Rome was in Greece.
Ancient Greece was before Rome.
See, this is my shit. This is why I like to get really high and learn about history.
Yeah.
I feel
48 BC is whenever the burning happened.
Damn.
So a little over 1,500 years.
So this was before Jesus.
Before Christ.
Wait, how old was Jesus when he died?
400 years old.
I want you to search it. I'm curious. Was he like 20?
How old was Jesus?
Was he a Gen Z?
No, I don't think he was that young.
I think he was like was he 30? I feel like only a 30-year-old would make that decision.
33 to 40 years old. God, dude, look at him. He's such a powerhouse here. Look at that.
He's hot.
He's swole.
Jesus was giving. He was giving, and he was also giving.
Yeah.
I love how they're like, he was 33 to 40. I'm like, that's kind of a big gap. But
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, like, that's kind of crazy. That's one of my favorite, things on TikTok is whenever they're like, this thing existed at the same time as this thing. It's like, fucks with your mind, like the time. It was like Cleopatra, like it was closer to, this literally is not true, but it'll be like Cleopatra was alive at the same time as Mark Twain. And you're like, huh? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
There was one that was like...
you sent me that, and I remember looking at some of those and being like, what?
I think I sent you one last night. And I sent... Because I started following the page that posts the little slideshows. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I love those, because they really do... I feel like, especially as Americans, like, we have this, like, very narrow idea of, like, history and, like... and kind of like an idea of things based off of media and like movies. And so you'll be like, oh, like the pyramids of Giza, like they were built in, the 1500s.
They were built in they were built like during the Civil War, right?
Yeah. And it's like, and you'll be like, oh wait, they were built in like 4000 BC.
They were built a while back.
Will you fact check? We're really getting some use out of this laptop today. I want to know when they were built. But do they even know when they were built? Because I thought they were like, oh, aliens built them, so we don't know.
Aliens built them, so we don't know.
2800 BC.
Oh.
I guessed 4000 BC, but I feel like that's a little...
Let's see.
Wait, it says right there on the right side.
2500 to 2400. 2575 to 2465 BCE.
Wait, what is BCE and BC?
BC. Just BC.
BCE, before Christ,
BC.
Egypt.
BC. They were built between... it says all were built during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom of Ancient Egypt between 2600 and 2500 BC.
And did Cleopatra ever run Egypt?
Yes.
Like, I didn't know she ran, like, somewhere else.
Did she run? Did she rep the set?
Did she fucking run that shit, or what?
She ran it back, dude.
She ran that shit back.
Yeah,
hey,
three-peat.
She apparently was a hoe. And I love that about her.
She loved Mark Antony.
Wait, maybe she wasn't a hoe. I think she was
She used her body to... Like,
get diplomatic shit
not
done.
Seduce. She didn't... I don't think she...
She was like, oh, I want you to give me your armada.
Yeah.
And they're like... What that cooter do?
Put your armada into my harbor. Dock your armada within like, my harbor. Bet. And Mark was like, yes. Yeah. Said something in Latin.
Mark Antony.
Yeah. Not to be confused.
While you were in front of me, I never realized.
Not to be confused with Mark Anthony. That is correct.
I can't believe it.
Oh, but I feel it. What you say to me?
Okay, Heido. Okay, falsetto. Yeah, I wonder if that's who he's named after.
Probably
not. Is it with a C or a K?
I believe, let's see. Mark Antony.
Are they... Wait, I thought it was... Is his... Anthony.
Anthony is the American singer-songwriter and actor.
Okay,
Anthony
so they're literally not even the same. I thought they were both Antony.
Is one of the members of the Second Triumvirate of Rome. Mark Antony.
So why was she fucking with him? What was she trying to get out of that?
Probably
just some long
form an alliance. Just some of that long Roman schlong.
She wanted that long duck dong.
Yeah, she wanted his schlingo.
She wanted to suck on his schlingo and get some fucking shit done.
Yeah.
I gave $3 to Wikipedia yesterday because I couldn't stand all these fucking messages.
Dude, I gave $10 to Wikipedia.
Oh my god, we're supporting.
I love Wikipedia, dude. I go on Wikipedia every day.
I do too.
Every day. Sometimes I get sucked into a wormhole and I just look at it for like 4 hours because I'll click on something, then I'll click on something else.
But there's that guy. There's a guy on TikTok and YouTube, I guess, probably Twitch, who will like, someone will be like, okay, I want you to link Cleopatra and Dunkin' Donuts.
And they're so good at it.
He literally is like, okay, and he goes through the page and he finds words, and then he like clicks words, and then he finds like links to get to Dunkin' Donuts through Wikipedia. And it's actually very entertaining and very, a lot of skill involved in that. That dog's tweaking off that
somebody feeling some type of way.
What's up?
I'm reading about Antony and Cleopatra.
It was like they always got together every night with no air conditioning, clapping sweaty cheeks. They really loved each other's gold bangles, and they also liked to bangle each other.
So the triumvirate, which is like the three-headed body that ruled like Rome, dissolved, and there was this guy Octavian who basically became like the Caesar.
We should all just stab Caesar.
He was preoccupied in wooing the traditional Republican aristocracy to his side. He married Livia and started to attack Antony in order to raise himself to power. He argued that Antony was a man of low morals, to have left his faithful wife abandoned in Rome with the children to be with the promiscuous Queen of Egypt.
Promiscuous girl.
Oh my gosh. Antony was accused of everything, but most of all of going native, an unforgivable crime to the proud Romans. Several times Antony was summoned to Rome, but remained in Alexandria with Cleopatra. Damn.
Cleopatra, coming at ya. You offbeat.
I'm just feeling some type of way. Damn, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to learn myself some more ancient history.
I love it. I love something I love to do is get fucking stoned to the fucking bone and learn about history.
Yeah.
That's like, I have a couple friends who are history majors, or like, and one of my friends is a history professor. And I just think that that's so cool. I'm like, if I were to go into a career and like I had the drive and like the, you know, if I had been like a college girly and if I had wanted like a career, I feel like it would have probably been something having to do with like history, or like being a curator for a museum or something that had to do with history and preserving history. But yeah, I think like it's one of my favorite things to do is learn about history. I think everyone should learn more about history. And that's the thing is I've shown my ass on this podcast a time or two with like not knowing shit. Like Frederick Douglass, I thought he was like I thought he was an inventor, but I was thinking of Jonathan Carter.
George Washington Carver. He built the first computer with a peanut. That's right.
I said Jonathan Carter. I was close.
John Carter of Mars.
Yeah, that's who he was.
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch.
That's where he got the technology with the peanuts.
Yeah, he went to Bosum.
Yeah.
And then came back to Jossum.
But yeah, things like that. Like I have a Southern public school education, and I think that it shows. But I am not afraid. I'm not afraid
to show my ass.
Everybody, I'm dumb as fuck. I am not afraid to look dumb because I think a lot of people are always like too scared to show that they don't know something.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, no, like let's talk about it. I want to learn the truth. I want to learn the facts.
So you're a truther.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Don't bring those people here. Stay away. Stay away.
Heard.
Okay, so the last segment, because I think we're going a little over an hour.
Yeah, we are at an hour and 20.
Okay, we'll do this last segment and then we'll call it. So we're talking about conspiracy theories and things. So this is called the conspiracy theory corner.
Yes, I've got two.
Or let's just we'll call it conspiracy corner.
Yeah,
I'll think of like a little bit.
Like QON, like conspiracy corner, QQ. It's like corn nuggets. Conspiracy corner, because QAnon.
We'll workshop that. They're gonna get
in here now that I mentioned it.
Great, you're rallying the troops.
I said truthers and I said QAnon.
So go ahead. We can start with one of yours.
Yeah. I love both of these because I think that they're fairly harmless. But the first one, and I can't believe that people believe this, but there are people that legitimately believe it. No, that I can't believe that either. I don't consider that a conspiracy. I consider that stupidity. No, the people believe that Paul McCartney is dead and that the Paul McCartney that is alive is an actor that they like hired and has been like the fifth Beatle since like 1966. They got in a giant argument. They say that the story is they got in a giant argument and Paul stormed out of the studio, and as he was walking outside, he got decapitated Hereditary style by a moving car and has been dead ever since. And that this new guy was an actor who it was a look and sound alike, and that they've like dropped hints that it's not the real Paul like throughout the majority of their albums.
Don't they say that about somebody else too? I think Avril Lavigne they think is not really her. They think she's an actor. But yeah, no, I think people who say that, like, I imagine like just like a lot of things, like it's probably happened once before where they've replaced somebody with like a lookalike. But all the people that they say, I'm like, no, this person is way too well known to cover that kind of thing up. Like, if it was someone small,
if he is an actor, he's a great songwriter.
Where's his Grammys? Where's his Oscars?
Because I mean, he's got Grammys.
Well, when did they say he died?
1966.
Oh, so he's just been living the peak
essentially
of
Paul
the
McCartney.
Beatles. Yeah. Okay,
because then he did his solo with shit with Wings.
But honestly, wouldn't that just make him Paul McCartney? Paul McCartney.
That's actually his real name.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, what if the person that he replaced wasn't actually Paul McCartney? This guy just is Paul McCartney.
And he was waiting in the wings.
It's like actually like a like that movie we watched where he's like actually a clone, like made to replace somebody.
Fuck, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, we won't say the movie, but there's a movie where like this guy's whole existence he realizes is like he was born and like programmed to replace somebody else. Yeah. But yeah, maybe that was him. Yeah. But that's a really good one. You want me to do one and then you'll do another?
You do one. Yeah.
This one's kind of silly, but I wanted to say, did Johnny Appleseed really exist?
Yeah, he existed, but I think it's like his
legacy has been fabricated.
not necessarily fabricated, but it has been.
I'm picturing this motherfucker with a fucking pot on his head, planting like orchards worth of apples.
I don't think he planted that much, but I do think
if you didn't, why the fuck would you have the name Johnny Appleseed?
Let's go to Google.
Fact check.
Let's go to Google.
And that being said,
folk hero.
Okay, folk hero. But that being said, was Paul fucking Bunyan a real person? And in that case, was Babe the Blue Ox a real person?
Was Pecos Bill a real person?
Wait, no, I thought that that's Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, you didn't know that's Johnny Appleseed.
Wait, is he real?
No, dude, that's Johnny Appleseed. Look at that motherfucker. Looks like Mick Jagger.
Hold on, I gotta record. Go back. I gotta show the people.
Yeah, dude, look. That's Mick Jagger.
What the fuck? Wait, click the other guy. He just looks like a guy.
What the hell?
That's not him. Is that like his great-grandson?
I have no clue.
Because I thought Johnny Appleseed was like someone who existed in like the early 1900s.
No, this motherfucker was born in 1774 before America claimed their independence.
That's not him. They didn't have cameras back then. He's just some guy. He's like, I'm Johnny Appleseed. Okay, were you fucking reincarnated?
I'm Johnny Appleseed the Fifth. My great grandfather was Johnny Appleseed the First.
What was his real last name?
Chapman. John Chapman.
He's like, I legally changed it to Appleseed.
He was an American pioneer nurseryman who introduced apple trees to large parts of Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and present-day Ontario.
Apple-seed.
Apple God. Johnny Apple God. As well as the northern counties of present-day West Virginia. He became an American legend while still alive due to his kind, generous ways.
Oh, so he was from Appalachia.
He's like a human Mont Blanc from Pluto. He just loved nature and like loved planting trees and shit.
I just don't believe that he did as good of a job as they say he did.
I mean,
and
dude,
for that,
he introduced apple trees to Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Canada,
like
Ontario.
Apples in general?
Apple trees.
Like they had never had a fucking apple before?
Probably not.
They were like, damn, this shit's lit.
If he introduced them.
He's like, this is called a fucking
Pennsylvania, meet apple tree.
This is a pink lady.
This is a Macintosh.
They take a bite like,
he was a missionary. Okay.
Boo.
He probably preferred missionary too.
With an apple. He's like calling by your name, but he doesn't come in a peach. He comes in an apple. Yeah, Johnny Appleseed. I'm sus about that fucker. I don't think he was.
Look at him, dude. Look at Mick Jagger.
Also, that looks like a flat-billed trucker hat. That doesn't look like a pan.
That doesn't look like a pot.
He looks like he shopped at Zoomies. But yeah, Paul Bunyan, was he a real guy?
No. Paul Bunyan was not a real guy. I don't think any of those three.
Well, I thought that they were all in the same category.
No, this guy was real.
Okay, but I thought Paul Bunyan was real. And
Paul Bunyan fucking chopped down gigantic trees and ate pancakes. That was his legend. He just chopped down trees and ate pancakes and had an ox that was blue. This guy
literally more believable than Johnny Appleseed.
Paul Bunyan was like 40 feet tall.
I digress.
And you think a 40-foot tall lumberjack is more believable than Johnny Appleseed?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think he was a real guy.
Let's see. He's a giant lumberjack and folk hero in American and Canadian folklore. His tall tales revolve around his superhuman labors, and he is customarily accompanied by Babe the Blue Ox.
He would have been loved.
The character originated in the oral tradition of North American loggers and was later popularized.
Like beer? I'll have a logger. Oh, trees.
Yes. Lumberjacks.
Oh.
Damn, dude. Look at how fucking stacked he is right there.
Him and Johnny should have gotten together and called themselves Applejacks.
Oh my god. Why Applejacks? His name's not Jack Bunyan.
Because he's a lumberjack.
Oh, shit.
Apple Bunyan.
Apple Bunyan.
Also, is his last name spelled the same as a foot bunion?
No, it is not.
Oh.
Bunyan.
Okay, so, wait, is Bunyan spelled with a U-N?
I think Bunyan is
O-N?
B-U-N-I-O-N. Bunyan. Right?
Like an onion.
I don't know how Bunyan's spelled. Bunyan. Yeah, it's like onion, but bun.
Wow, disgusting.
Bun ion.
So, okay, so at least we've, I guess, debunked that.
Right.
I thought he was real. I figured, not that I thought there was a real 40-foot man. I'm just saying I thought that he was based on somebody who did the same shit and maybe had an ox who was like gray and looked blue or
motherfucker
something.
Just had a big blue ox.
A big blue dick.
And ate like 80 pancakes in a sitting.
Wow. Well, okay, what's your next thing?
I love this one. I think it's so fucking funny. But the Illuminati headquarters is underneath the Denver International Airport. Because a lot of people think that because there's like there's some crazy ass art there. They have like,
it's like children dying or something.
There's that gigantic blue horse with like the
red
glowing
eyes.
red eyes.
We've seen it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
It's crazy, but that's the thing is we didn't look at the art in the airport because we were in a hurry to get to our next flight.
But apparently it's like graphic murals of like children dying and war.
I looked it up.
And then there's like gargoyles that like are overlooking the baggage claim and shit, and people are like, this is just fucking crazy.
I think it's just
and
really
they think that there's like an underground bunker underneath the airport where like whenever the New World Order sets in and the cataclysmic event like basically causes a mass it causes a mass extinction, that they're gonna go there and they're gonna bunker down underneath the airport. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
I mean, it's one of the more believable ones, I guess. Which is funny that you had that on your list, because I have, is the deep state and the Illuminati the same thing, or is it different because deep state is supposed to be government officials? But I thought that like the Illuminati, because the Illuminati, in my opinion, is like wealthy elites that do like satanic devil shit, but also like rule the world.
Yeah, I think the Illuminati is just like a select group of people that influence like massive like world altering changes in their favor.
Right, but I think that that's what everyone claims the deep state does too. So I'm like, why are they like, do they think maybe people take the term deep state more seriously than Illuminati?
I don't fucking know.
But man, I was just like, I don't know, I was looking into it last night and I was like, this is insane. Like the fact that they think, I mean, honestly, in reality, the general idea of the deep state is that there's government officials who are like corrupt, that do bad things and make like weird fucked up decisions that like alter everything. And I'm like, okay, so that exists.
Everybody knows that,
right? But it's not like a secret,
right?
That's why I'm like, why?
That's not deep at all, because it's literally there. We witness it every day.
The shallow state. That's why, and I'm like, okay, well, so that's why, to me personally, I feel like the Illuminati is not that crazy, because I'm like, if it's kind of the same thing, I definitely do think that like the elites of the world like make changes based on like their wealth and status.
Yeah.
And who they know.
Insider trading.
Right, all of the above.
Happens all the time.
This is, wait, do you have any more, or was that it?
No, that was it. That was
okay, I have two more. Well, one of them was that I genuinely thought that the moon landing was fake. Like the first one.
There's only been one.
I think there's been multiple moon landings.
There's only been one. Humans have only...
Fact check it. Because I've been told that there's been many moon landings. Like at least like 8, I think. 6. But I thought there was only 1 too, and that's why I thought that the moon landing was fake. And I went through a long video essay on like how people are always like trying to debunk the moon landing happening and the lighting and stuff, and then I watched like a scientist explain it, and it made more sense, and now I believe that it really happened.
The United States is the only country to have successfully conducted crewed missions to the moon, with the last departing the lunar surface in December 1972.
Wait, so how many, like, have we only been to the moon once with people? Because I thought that there have been multiple space missions with people going to the moon, but if it's just rovers going to the moon, then I'm going back to not believing.
There were 6 crewed U.S. landings between 1969 and 1972.
What does it mean by crewed? They were like
people, like a crew of like astronauts.
Oh, crewed, not like crude.
Yeah. And numerous uncrewed landings, with no soft landings happening between August 1976 and December 14th, 2013.
Yet. Yeah, I don't know. The jury's still out on that one, in my opinion. The thing is, I believe that like scientists and like people that work at NASA like wouldn't lie about it, because they like believe that like science and space discovery are like the utmost important. But then I'm like, you know what? Maybe they only hire people and make them sign NDAs that they can't tell the truth.
Wait, what?
about the moon landing being fake.
Oh.
Okay, and my last one is I have a theory that Geppetto from Pinocchio was a pedo, and that's why he made a little boy out of wood, and his name literally says pedo.
Yeah.
Geppetto.
Well, it was originally the pedo, and then whenever it was submitted to the printing press, the printer misinterpreted what he was reading because he was in a hurry.
And he said Geppetto
because he was backlogged on all these other books.
Will you look and see how I spelled their names when I was high?
Dude, Pinocchio sent me.
I'm gonna put a screenshot on the screen.
Holy shit, Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. I literally, I'm like, it just makes sense. It's like hidden in plain sight. Like he was diddling that wood boy.
Well, I think he wanted to diddle the wood boy, but he wanted a real boy.
Yeah, so he was like, yeah, we gotta get you into a real boy.
We need to leave this wooden body and get into a soft body.
And he had a fucking sexual fish. She had fucking DSLs. Her name was Cleo.
Cleo is from Pinocchio?
I think.
Damn.
And then there was the cat Figaro, who's my favorite Disney.
I just remember
cat.
Jiminy.
Jiminy. Wait, is he from Pinocchio?
Yes, Jiminy is 100% from Pinocchio.
I love Jiminy and I love Figaro.
Figaro. Is Cleo from there?
Cleo is the fish, I'm pretty sure. And the only reason I know is because Kira told me when I had asked. And I was like, wasn't she super sexy?
Cleo got the DSLs.
Yeah.
What's going on?
She was very sexy. I don't know why.
Geppetto's pet goldfish. Holy shit.
Geppetophile's pet goldfish.
The pedo.
That's the thing is I saw on TikTok, it was someone was like, is the fish still sexy in the new live action one?
Kind of reminds me of Goldine.
Yeah, Goldine.
Because Goldine has the eyes too.
Yeah, she looks like she's ready to suck and fuck. Why? Fucking misogyny is through everything. Yeah. Sexualizing women the way.
Sexualizing fish.
All the way through to fish. You want to fuck fish? We get it. You nasties. I was gonna say if you want to bring up your Spotify Wrapped, you can.
No, you guys wouldn't like it.
Embarrassed.
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed.
It's just a bunch of metal music, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, don't say I didn't try to
pretty much
give you the platform.
It's like Moonlight Sorcery, Hooded Menace. I think Bolt Thrower was on there. I think Andrew WK was on there because I listened to that album pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And then Fugitive.
Cool.
It's a vibe.
I wanted you to speak your piece because
I mean, that's it.
Yeah. And then as far as media of the week, besides that, we've been watching this new show. What's it called?
Murder at the End of the World.
Yeah, and that's on, is it Hulu? Yeah, yes. It's with Britt Marling, which I really love her as a director. She did Another Earth and I Origins, which came out in
She did the OA too.
Yeah, she did the OA, but I became a fan of her in 2014 or 15.
Dude, I Origins was great.
Yeah, I don't know, those movies may have came out after 2015 and I might be wrong, but it was around that time. But I worked at a independent movie theater, so I saw a lot of cool indie films, and I saw those. And
did she do Frances Ha too?
No, I thought that. Wait, what? I thought that was.
That's Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, Greta, but she's in it though. So I'm like, can you direct it and be in it? I
guess
guess so.
Britt Marling is the same way. She's in Another Earth.
Yeah, that's
and
true,
she's in Murder at the End of the World.
But she's not in I Origins, I don't think.
I think she is.
Oh.
It's her and what's his name?
Well, I also have
Michael Pitt.
Circling back to Goldfish, I have the memory of one. So
you are Cleo. Oh my God.
You want to fuck this goldfish boy? You're like, go.
Go.
But yeah, that show is really good so far. I think we only watched one episode though.
Yeah, Britt Marling's in it.
Okay,
yeah, we've only watched one episode.
Yeah, but it was really long and it was super good.
Yeah, it's like an hour per.
It feels very like murder mystery, thriller.
Yeah.
It's like it's keeping me reeled in.
Yeah, murder mystery for sure.
And then we have been watching Pluto, which is like I think I talked about that before, but it's like a Western anime that's kind of loosely based on Astro Boy. It's really
Is it
cool.
Western? I don't think it's Western.
I thought it was.
I don't think it's Western.
Well, if you called that an anime, I feel like people would be upset.
You think so?
Yeah, it's like whenever I called Castlevania an anime and people were like, "That's not an anime, it's Western." And I'm like, who gives a fucking rat's dick? I mean, I know that there's like a difference. Like the manga is Japanese, but I think it's made by Netflix, so therefore it's like westernized anime. Same with fucking goddamn motherfucking Ham
fucking.
But yeah, love that show. We've watched a few episodes of that. It's really good.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry as fuck.
My stomach hurts.
I wish I could get Chick-fil-Slay.
I think I'm gonna get sushi.
Ooh, that would be good too. We can celebrate our episode.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We could just talk.
We could just talk and not talk.
And
we could talk and not talk for hours.
What is that from?
Best in Show.
Oh.
We both like soup.
Oh, yeah. I am so thrilled that you came onto the show. Thank you for being here.
I had a blast.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're not getting paid anything, but your time.
Did I get the job?
No.
I'll try.
You got the job of being world's hottest man.
You heard it here first.
But love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click the Google Forms link in the description if you want to ask us questions.
Submit a question.
Well, Narsil will be back on. I want to have him on, at least once a month if he's in the mood. But it'll be me. It'll be other guests. This week we have a couple more guests slated to film episodes to come out. So that's it. Really exciting.
It's gonna be great.
And yeah, thank y'all for being here. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe. My brain was
like the video, thumbs up the video, subscribe
the
to
thumbs
the
up.
podcast,
And hit that bell for notifications.
and get notified whenever.
You can catch me on all different socials and my shops and everything. I'll put that link in the bio as well.
Shout out to Cheeky Goblin for being the sponsor again today. Go buy her art.
Yeah.
It's
not me. Like, they are
No.
actually my sponsor. Yeah. I'm not lying.
No, she's 100% truthful, telling the truth.
New episodes coming out every week. Not sure what day yet. I feel like Saturday wasn't really the day to post. I might put it out tomorrow.
We'll fool around with the algorithm.
Yeah. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.